Well, the high rate of inflation has certainly taken a big bite out of our paychecks.
Joining us now to talk about the effort to curb inflation is Brian Levy. He's the founder of BML Wealth Management. Thank you very much for joining us, Mr. Levy. Last week's Fed rate hike of 0.5 percentage point, the biggest increase in more than 2 decades. When are we likely to see an effect on prices, and what will that effect be?
Well, yeah, I mean, just like you said, since biggest increase in inflation since 1981. And the government is looking to slow down the economy. I mean, that's why they're raising interest rates. They're trying to just tame the heated up economy, and the way that they're doing that is making borrowing more expensive. As you mentioned, food prices went up alone 8.8% from the prior year. And remember, it's a slow process. Things don't happen overnight. So we will start to see a slow in the prices. We just don't know what that timing is going to be.
Well, what budget cuts do you recommend for people who are just trying to make ends meet because of the high price of groceries and gas?
Yeah, so a couple things. I mean, if you're in a position like it's impacting all of us at the gas station, the grocery store, the first thing you need to do is take inventory of your debt to determine, hey, should I be paying that down? Because as interest rates go up, you're going to have to pay more on your credit cards, more on your debt. If you have a variable rate mortgage, this is really going to impact you. The other thing is making sure that you have enough in an emergency fund. Money set aside. We like to advocate 3 to 6 months of expenses to make sure you have a rainy day fund if you need to fall back on that. And the biggest key right now for a lot of us is not to panic, because the stock market's going down. Everybody's fearful. And when you get emotional with your money, that's when you start making bad decisions. What you really should be doing right now is looking for an opportunity to maybe save on taxes, or look at potentially being opportunistic in the stock market versus, trying to sell out.
When you talk about decisions that people are making, people who are close to retirement are looking at this in 2 ways. A, their money's not going as far. They might not be able to save as well. And as you point out, the stock market is down. What do you recommend for those folks?
Well, as a retirement planner, we're dealing with this every day, right? So, we're not only when it comes to the retiree, what should they be doing? Well, you should be looking at, how do I pad my retirement accounts? How do I make sure I have enough income to last the rest of my life? And looking at things that are going to provide higher cash flow, or investments that are going to do better during an inflationary period versus what we've seen in the last couple of years. Remember, I think we all got accustomed to the zero interest rate environment. Mm-hmm. Now we might just be getting back to the norm at the end of the day, but it's impacting everybody. The housing prices, we're seeing what's happening to mortgages. It's already double the interest rate for a 30-year mortgage than it was a couple years ago. So it's impacting everybody, but right now it's time to have a plan, not to get emotional with your money, because that's never a good sign.
Okay. Brian Levy, BML Wealth Management, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.